Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Victoria 2. I'm your lovely host, Calvin. And this is the New World Order mod. The New World Order mod is a continuation of the Modern Day mod that I did a series before. This one is more updated. It's got some problems. I mean, we just don't look at Siberia all that much anymore, but, you know, it's okay. It's got some problems, but it's actually fairly well put together for a mod, and has made significant improvements. So what we're actually going to do today, though, is we're going to play, because of the situation in the Middle Eastern modern day, and I do love getting 50 inflammatory comments about Islam, we're going to play an Islamic country. In fact, I've picked Iran. One of my favorite countries, labeled as the Axis of Evil by the United States, and has been a year away from getting the bomb since 1990, if you were to believe Israeli propaganda. And yeah, that is propaganda. you can say 25 some odd years later, that they are definitely not a year from the bomb for the last 25 years. And, you know, we're going to unite the world. Well, okay, perhaps not unite the world, but unite the Islamic world under a new caliphate. Now, as Iran, we start with a fairly decent quantity of military power, as we did just recently get out of war with Iraq. You'll note this is the thing. We have helicopters, planes, tanks, infantry, irregulars. Okay, first off, these should not exist. In addition to this, just get rid of all the irregulars. I'm personally not a big fan of that. Okay, so no more irregulars. And we'll just throw some balance out there. Good. Anyway, it's basically balanced except for the planes, but oh well, it'll do. Alright, so now we have two pretty sizable armies. Now, the game, like I talked about before, has been made with, well, we have a lot of socialists in power. Has made significant changes, per se. So, in addition to, you know, conservative and stuff, there are green and progressive ideologies. Islamist, which is currently in power. That's liberal. Is there any others that we have available too? We have the populists. So that's cool. Police, dedication, security clearance. And definitely some of the political reforms are, I think, pretty well done. For example, and this is only going to catch a ton of flack, I'm sure, there's the gender rights, which you have role-based as the default for, well, probably a lot of the area we're going to be conquering. Gender equal, promotive equality, and feminist. And yeah, it gets pretty bad. Then there's affirmative action. Oh dear. There's a lot of other things, and it's interesting because some of these can be going too far in some ways. For example, once you get to promote experiences, you actually lose out on the population militancy reduction, as that actually riles up your populace. It does in real life too. It's actually pretty interesting, this whole new reform system that they've set up. Although, not a new system, I should say, a new number of reforms. And out of the gate, it's always a tough choice between healthcare and... Really? Okay. In that case, because healthcare doesn't affect population growth, I didn't even check that before now. Now, some other things that we need to consider are the Treaty of Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weaponry. Yeah. That seems reasonable. The Bretton Woods system of monetary management, which reduces our loan interest by 90%. We could try and move towards an open market. Maybe. We can we do 5-year plans? No, we're not proletarian dictatorships. Iran's great power. Wars of national liberation. We can join the United Nations. I think I'm okay with signing the Treaty of Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weaponry. And I'm not going to sign on to the Bretton Woods system. I don't generally plan on taking too many loans, so it's probably not going to help. And I have one of those feelings that's like, that would come to bite me back in the ass later, wouldn't it? There's also some other interesting things I like about this mod. In particular, naval base tokens have just been stolen from Hearts of Iron. I'm amused by that. There are also, although these are currently tanks, there are new... I suppose I can just debug Fog of War to try and look around. No, everyone just has tanks. There you go. I think it's in Serbia that I saw. Yeah, you got some new stuff, I think. Ah, here it is. Yeah, Hungary's got some nice stuff here, which I find amusing. So we got some new models, it almost looks like. I can't tell if they're new models, but I'm pretty certain the Hungarian one's got to be new, because I've never seen that before. I'm not certain the infantry models are new, though. But nonetheless. So, there's also a lot of other changes that we'll be talking about here. Turn the Fog of War back on. For example, if, say, we wanted to declare war on Iraq, we'd have to justify war, but you'll notice there are some things missing here. Well, what's missing, you ask? I can't, acquire a casus belli to take land. That is not a thing. Never has been a thing. Well, okay, it was a thing in the past. I mean, like, in the real world, that isn't a thing. The United Nations pretty much prevents that. Unless you're Israel. Somehow Israel always manages to get away with unlawful annexations. And taking land is actually extremely tricky. You'll take on a lot of infamy for it really quickly. Okay, I apparently have navy elsewhere? Okay. Oh, it's just supply. Carry on, then. Family values. Yay. And birth rate is positive. Excellent. So, this is the new tech screen. There is a pretty significant amount of stuff here, to say the least. We're going to probably head towards oil well, because, yep, that's all good. We're going to head towards oil well, because we're Iran. If I have a look at our infrastructure, 3, 4, 5 oil provinces. There's some more, alright? Nope, just 5 for now, looks like. We have 5 oil provinces, which is pretty significant. If we have a quick look here at global oil and gas here, we're number 5 for that. Damn, Iraq's ahead of us for oil. Well, we can fix that. Let's teach the Iraqis a lesson. Great leader emerges. Man of the people. Yeah. Alright, cool. So we're going to get our army into position here. Should also consider the use of national foci. Let's see, populated regions. Okay, so what can we get done here? I think for the moment, I'll just encourage clergymen in the more populated regions to get things going. We do have factories to start us off with. Basic stuff. Let's see, there's a bunch of different things here. They added in, what is it called? Population demand mod, and a bit of that. So, we'll see that as well. Using that. I'm looking for things that work off of oil. Coal power plant produces electricity. At least I assume that's what that is. Fuel. Fine, fair enough. And just simply requires coal. Okay. Yeah, that's a slight problem. We don't know anything that actually needs oil, do we? We can't industrialize our oil. I assume there is probably oil power plants that we can likely discover. Not from water injector. No, that just helps that. Nuclear power. Liquefied natural gas. Would it be in commerce then, maybe? It might be. This is an entirely new tech tree to me, so trying to get this all could be tricky. Trying to figure out what I want and what I need. Copper, integrated circuits, computers, that all requires oil. I know that. So that's a start. Okay. Great wars have been discovered. The Cold War... Alright, so the Cold War has come to an end. I believe that's what that was about. Alright, so we need to justify a war here. We're going to go with humiliate. Because it's very easy and it's very cheap. A nuclear world. Russia, France, the United Kingdom. We'll get join the nuclear club. Yeah. 2.5 infamy is fine. It's just cheap to get that, and it'll let us get in there. It's time to act. Alright. So what is our current political makeup, anyway? Like, actual political makeup, not whatever we started with. We have an astoundingly high portion of atheists. I am pretty certain that 40% of Iran is not atheist. I can pretty safely say that. I'm pretty certain they're also a lot more Shiite than Sunni. But then again, I'm not a complete expert on Iranian sociology? I don't know. Also, we're losing money. Okay. Uh-oh, and we're borrowing money from the capitalist pig dogs. That's never a good thing. Where the hell are we hemorrhaging this money? Mostly in our massive army. So we're going to have to put our massive army to work. How about by invading them? Let's go. Let's invade the shit out of Iraq. We have to get them back for the Gulf War. Iraq, of course, has no friends. Wah, wah. No one's really surprised by that, but, you know. I could probably do away with a lot of what I have. Iraq's got no leader. I think we win. No. It's looking iffy. Yeah, alright. Well, I cancel it anyway. Going on him. Let's go. Up, up. Boom, boom, boom. Damn, we're taking some heavy losses. Alright, so I can do something nice here. The religious rights, there should only be state religion. Political awareness. Yeah, net neutrality is probably for the best. We're going to go to promoted immigration. To try and get more immigrants. To fight for our army. This is starting to turn around pretty quick on us. Humiliate Iraq. Yeah, about that. See, now we can actually add an acquire state. You can't justify acquiring land, but you can forcibly do it. Pretty much how Israel does it. And because it is a modern day mod, I will poke a lot of fun at Israel. That is a thing. they as a state are a bunch of jerks. It should be known. It is known to a majority of the population by now. So we're going to go with Basra. It is the War of Persian-Iraqi Honor. We'll withdraw. We don't need to keep the fight up. Apparently they see need to. However, this time, they've hurt themselves a little bit by attacking over a river. We're gonna get a thingy going here. So that way, mobilized soldiers will go there. Yeah, they launched a foolhardy attack over a river against a superior force, which will inevitably add problems. Yeah. Good. Alright, let's split our troops up a bit here. And they're heading to Ilam, that's fine. Oh, are they going to try what I think they're going to try? They're going to try taking the long way around, proverbially. That's fine, I guess. Oh, they're heading for Basra. Whatever, then. Alright. So, we're up to 20% now. The only other war going on in the world right now is the Serbian War. Actually, we'll let them in Basra. That's fine. Instead, we will strike at their reinforcements and cause them thousands of casualties there. That's the correct way to handle this situation. Alright, that's fine. I mean, considering the casualties they will now suffer doing that, that's fine. Cultural enrichment. Bragging rights +1. Aw, yeah. Wow, they're hurting pretty bad on us. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, the Arparas is properly rearranged now. We are now Islamist. Much better. That's the way I like it. We're going to form a new caliphate and they're going to like it. Alright. So what do Islamists support? Islamists support forward political reforms, strangely enough. They support whatever the hell political reforms I want them to support, is the answer, apparently. Yeah. Well, it is written in the Quran that all are equal before the eyes of God, whether they are Arab or other. So as such, we should not be oppressing our minorities, as it is written in the Quran. You'll find I actually know a surprisingly large quantity about the Quran. Oh man. Well, this fight's getting pretty serious here. Alright. Finally. They figured out to bugger off. Alright. We'll head you guys up to Ilam. You guys aren't dumb enough to try that, eh? Blockading here. Yeah, no leader is not good to have, but we don't have a choice right now. I need some time to recover my dudes and reinforce pretty well. Alright, they're gonna do something stupid. So, I want a garrison of soldiers everywhere around them. Let's go in for the kill, boys. Okay, so that's all the provinces surrounding it. They are occupied. Excellent. You have nowhere to retreat to now. You can't retreat early. You've got to fight to your death. And then, because you have nowhere to retreat to, because they're all occupied, your army explodes. How about that? Ain't it great? You there now. You there now. You go. You there now. Now, I would like to talk to you about some more territorial demands that I have, Iraq. You're not going to like this. And I'm somewhat sorry. Kurdistan, I think I want Mosul, yeah? Kurdistan, Mosul. Mosul would be completely separated from me. Alright, so it looks like I need Kurdistan. Okay. Acquire Iraqi Kurdistan. Easy enough to do. Now that should put us up to 20-ish. 24, yeah, okay. Good, we're just under the infamy limit. And we're about to annex a decent swath of Iraq. And a lot of their oil production. I mean, if we look here, they have one oil well in Baghdad I'm not getting a hold of. I'm getting one of their oil wells here, though. I'm getting one of their oil wells here. So, getting half their oil production, roughly. And no, Basra was surprisingly underpopulated. Compared to Kurdistan. Mosul's big. Baghdad isn't all that big. Then again, it might. Yeah, I think anywhere can work. No, only in this province can they work in the RGO. Alright. I would say this is going quite well. The Second Gulf War, as it were, has opened quite well. As we now storm everything they know and love. Taking land. At every turn we can. We're just marching on everything. Alright. However, I think I am going to demobilize. We're only 28% mobilized. It takes us a long while to actually mobilize, Christ. That's okay, though. I'm tempted to get rid of most of my infantry as well, and just run tanks for an army. So, what else can I, let's see, we can get promoted minorities and affirmative action. I like keeping political awareness low. It'll keep people happy. Sponsored access would be useful then. Let's keep political awareness low. I'll keep people supporting the Islamist agenda. Allahu Akbar. Oh yeah, I haven't been researching anything since oil well. Well, we have the oil well. We're going to research televisions next. Acquire everything we want. Very good. That's not terrible. I'd say that's pretty good for our first set of territorial demands. Now, I would like to do something about our funding problem. We do seem to have one. Well, either way, thank you everybody for watching the first episode of the new Caliphate. I've been your lovely host, Calvin, signing off.